this week's Resistance download, Frozen. We're at Freezer, which obviously explains kind of the title or the topic of today. We're in the freezer/fridge of the church. But Frozen is kind of an interesting concept. I don't know about you, but there's probably been times in my life when I have essentially held on to things or been kind of frozen in a moment because I wouldn't let go of something. I wouldn't release something that I had of mine that I knew God needed if I was going to experience and become all that He called me to be. And maybe the same is true of you. Maybe there's been things in your life, either now or in the past, where you've held on to them even though you knew it could be damaging your relationship with God. I've got two daughters, one who's 3 and one who's 6, and a son who's 10. And my daughters love this specific movie, and I'm sure it's not hard for you to figure out. It's called Frozen. And their favorite part of the movie is the song that everybody sings over and over again to the point where you want to lose your mind, and that is Let It Go. And it's interesting because in that movie, though it's a silly kids movie, there's actually a really good story. And that's that this sister Elsa, who's kind of the queen of this kingdom, can never really be herself and expose what she really is good at and gifted at. And she's always suppressing it. And eventually she has this big blowout moment in the movie where she sings the song, Let It Go, I can't hold back anymore. Talking about who she is and who she wants to be and being herself fully. And it's kind of interesting because really, that same theme is actually found in the Bible. Psalms 46, verse 10 says, Be still and know that I am God, that I am exalted in all the nations, that I am exalted in all the earth. And in the original Hebrew language, the first word for be still is the word harpu. Harpu is actually where you get the same kind of connotation in Hebrew for opening up your hand or letting go of something. And essentially, as you read the passage, what God's saying to you and I is that for us to be still and know that He's God, to know that He's exalted, to have peace in our life, we have to choose to let go. We have to let go of our agenda. We have to let go of our wants. We have to let go of our way of doing things, our way of living, our way of perceiving. And we have to say, God, everything that I hold on to, I give to you. And if you choose, as I give that, to take it and not give it back, then I'm going to be okay with that. Because I know that I'm now going to fulfill and walk in what you've made me to do and what you've made me to be in you. And so I really want to encourage you with this whole concept. Is there anything currently in your life right now? It could be small, it could be big, that God's saying, will you just trust me and let go? It might not even be a bad thing. It could be something as simple as like, well, you know what? I work really hard and I earn my living and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And God's going, hey, why don't you let go of that prideful mentality and trust that I'm going to provide for your provisions. I'm going to make a way for you. I'm going to give you the job you need, or I'm going to help you with this situation over here. It could be a relationship situation. My challenge to you today is to choose to open up your hand, to let go of whatever might be keeping you from what God has for you, and to lean into Him. And as you are still and you know that He is God, He will be exalted in all the 8 nations, and He will be exalted in all the earth. So I want to challenge you with that this week. Be still, let go, and trust God who loves you and who believes you. And I believe when you do that, you're going to live life to the full like Jesus promised. I love you and believe in you. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.
Our College and Young Adults Retreat takes place the weekend of November 13th through 15th. We will once again be returning to the beautiful Hotel Paradox, located in the heart of downtown Santa Cruz. It will be an amazing opportunity to let loose, relax, and refuel while connecting with other college students, young adults, and young families. More information about this year's retreat is available online or in the lobby. Space is limited, so register soon.